Welcome to the Think Forward podcast, where we speak with futurists, innovators, and big thinkers. Come along with your host, Steve Fisher, and explore the future together.
Hi there. My name is Steve, and I'm a futurist. I wanted to start this first episode to explain what this show is about and why I think you should listen. It'll also take some time so you can get to know me a little better and how I came to you today as your host on this journey into the future. So welcome to the Think Forward podcast. My goal with this podcast is to do a few things. First is to have great conversations with futurists, innovators, and big thinkers shaping tomorrow. I also plan to dive deep into the trends, signals, and drivers shaping our future, and I will take some episodes to explain the tools and methods used by futurists in our work. My passion is futures and foresight, and my mission is to democratize futures thinking this decade and help create 1 million futurists around the world. If we want a better future for us, our children, and their children, we have to envision it and work together to make it happen. So what's my story? Well, I've always dreamt of the future and what we can do as a people. We can face hard times and never give up. My love for the future began when I was a teenager in the 80s. I watched movies like Blade Runner and Terminator, but also Star Trek, the original series, with my dad. One showed a world where people were hurt by technology and their own mistakes. The other showed a world where people worked together to end hunger, poverty, and selfishness. During that time, I read many science fiction books by authors like Jules Verne, H.G. Wells, Isaac Asimov, Arthur C. Clarke, and so on. These books taught me how to imagine new worlds and share them through stories. I also love learning about the past. Knowing history helps us see what's coming. My job is to help everyone think about the future and to make a better world. It teaches you to make good choices by showing how to avoid problems and handle change well. Many years ago, I began to search deep into what I loved the most, and it was design, innovation, and strategic foresight. And this is how I became a design futurist, and focused on learning how to connect the future to the present, and help people see, touch, and feel the future. Coming back to podcasting after many years, I realized that the field needed interesting conversations about the futures and foresight, since they're needed more than ever. There are many great conversations already in the books and ready for your eyes and ears. I can't wait to share them. There is much to learn about being a futurist. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the future. Until next time, stay curious and always think forward.
Thanks for listening to the Think Forward podcast. You can find us on all the major podcast platforms and at www.thinkforwardshow.com, as well as on YouTube under Think Forward Show. See you next time.